Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chris Albert from Warrior Soul Apparel. I've been watching YouTube and dealing with a lot of people on a one-on-one basis out here because I've started doing a lot of seminars, and I'm running into a lot of people who are 18 to 20 years old and who are taking steroids. And as I've said in the past, I have no moral problem with anybody who takes steroids. I have absolutely zero problem with it. If you want to do something that's going to make you stronger and make you look better, I don't really have a problem with that. The science on the side effects of the science on the side effects, you know the risk, you're an adult, you can take what you want. At the same time, I think that a lot of people are getting into this without actually understanding what they're getting into. The problem is that when you're 18 years old and even up to 25 years old, your body is really still developing and you're already at your peak testosterone levels. So a lot of these guys are just taking this stuff without realizing what the long-term implications are going to be for them. Particularly if you start taking these drugs at 18 and 25 years old, you're probably going to have reproductive problems down the line, meaning you're going to have issues having kids, meaning you're going to have issues being sexual down the line. And a lot of people really don't understand that, especially from the people I've run into. They don't understand that that is a possible side effect in the long run from steroid use. My feeling is that you really shouldn't even look at this stuff until you're after the age of 25. And even for some of you all the way up to age 30, I think that unless you're looking to become an IFBB pro bodybuilder, and you are looking to do this as a career, which makes you part of the top 2% of the population, or maybe even less than that, maybe even less than 1% of the population, then it's really not worth it for you to be doing it any earlier. As you get older, of course, if you have lower testosterone levels, then yes, maybe you should go and check that out. I'm also getting a lot of people who contact me for steroid protocols, and while I do have extensive knowledge of the subject, I do not give out advice about steroids because, one, I am never going to self-incriminate myself. Two, I really don't think that it is something that I need to be selling. If you can't get the information on your own and you're not willing to do the research and you're not willing to look at the medical journals and figure out what all the side effects are, then you really shouldn't be using steroids in the first place. It's really up to you to do that research, and it's up to you to understand what these things are going to do to your body. There are plenty of people who will offer that type of advice on YouTube, but if you're just willing to go to a YouTube channel and listen to what one person has to say about a steroid protocol, then, and you're just going to take what that person says to take, then you really shouldn't be doing these things in the first place. In addition to that, even if you are trying to become an IFBB pro, what you need to understand about becoming an IFBB pro is that there is no $10 million contract at the end of the line. You aren't going to automatically be rich. There is nothing there but a card and some glory. If that's what you want to do and you have the ability to fend for yourself and you have the ability to make money and support that hobby, because it is a hobby, it is not a career unless you're in the top 3 in the world, you know, and able to make money off of bodybuilding, then that's up to you. You can go and do that, but you need to understand that regardless if you're in men's physique, which is becoming more and more popular right now, or in bodybuilding, you are not likely to make money off of this. So at the end of the day, you really have to weigh that against the health concerns that there are. Now, that being said, there's this freaking witch hunt that's going on YouTube and Instagram. And I think that this is feeding into the amount of younger people going on steroids. Let me give you an example. I was on my buddy CT Fletcher's Instagram the other day, and he posted a transformation of somebody. Now, this transformation may or may not have been induced by steroids. I don't believe it was induced by steroids because I know the gentleman who the transformation pic was of, and it really didn't look like he had been on tons of steroids or any steroids. But in the thousands of comments that were posted below, a large percentage of them were like, oh my God, steroids. Let me put it this way for you. This sport is about what you can do for yourself. It is about your own transformation, all right? If somebody posts a transformation pic, yes, they're open for criticism. They are there, for you to criticize because they have posted that on social media. But at the end of the day, a lot of you are just going on and hating. That's all you're doing. You've developed this kind of mindset where I need to go out and search for every person that's doing steroids on the internet. And at the end of the day, I just don't think that's very freaking productive for you. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. What matters is what you do. And by you posting and saying that this transformation can only be done with steroids, what you're saying to that 18-year-old kid is, hey, you can't get this body without doing steroids. Now, I'm not going to say you can look like Jay Cutler or any of the other top IFBB pros. Not to say Jay Cutler is on steroids because I don't want to commit slander, but to look like a very top IFBB pro, yeah, you are going to have to take something. But when you guys go on these personal posts and you're looking at these transformations and you're like, oh my God, that's freaking steroids, you're nothing but a goddamn hater. And you're probably not doing much in your own life anyways. So my advice is to really just be concerned with what you're doing and what you want to do. If you don't want to take steroids, then don't fucking take steroids. If somebody's out there and is a fake natty, you know what? Fine, they're a fake natty. But you don't have to waste all this fucking energy in your life and fucking just be out there doing nothing but spreading fucking hate. That's it. You're not spreading truth because you don't know the truth. You're spreading hate, and you're spreading the idea that fitness can only be obtained through steroids, or certain levels of fitness can only be obtained through steroids. So for all of you out there who are doing this, my advice is to start your own channel. If you want them to see what a real physique looks like, show them your physique. Do your own thing. Spread your own word. But too much energy is being wasted on this subject otherwise. That's a big fucking rant. I'm sorry that was so long. If you guys have any questions at all, hit me up at gettingtoshredded@gmail.com. You're welcome to post comments and hate below. And have a great day.